Well, it looks like it's true. One cruise line has banned one of the most important and useful cruise essentials. However, there are some solutions and tips and other information that you need to know. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Over the last few days, there has been a lot of worry, concern, and even rumors that have started over this new banned cruise essential from one cruise line. So in this video, I'm going to go through all of the details as to what you really need to know, and I do have some solutions for you as well. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. By the way, a quick update. We are in a hotel in between trips right now. We just came back yesterday from the Norwegian Aqua Shipyard event. What a phenomenal event that was. It was so great to be able to visit the shipyard for that new upcoming ship. And tomorrow we are embarking on our cruise on MSC Seascape to sail in the MSC Yacht Club. So yes, it looks like it is true. Royal Caribbean has changed something on their website when it comes to the prohibited items list. And they've now added multi-plug outlets to their prohibited items list. They do not specify whether that multi-plug outlet or power strip is non-surge protected or surge protected, which leads us to believe that they are going to be much more strict on this item from now on. Now, up until recently, I have recommended a non-surge protected power cube. That is my favorite item. It is pretty small, it is pretty compact, it has 3 electric outlets, and it has USB and USB-C outlets. However, it does look like, at least on Royal Caribbean, that this is an item that you may not be able to bring at this point. Now, there does seem to be some confusion as to what constitutes a multi-plug extender. Is this only electric outlets, or can you bring a USB outlet extender instead? Now, I'm going to leave an article by Royal Caribbean blog linked down below where they say they interpret that you can bring a multi-plug USB extender. And I'm also going to leave a link to the item that you may want to bring instead. Now, that being said, I do have some solutions and some other items that I think may be a little bit better, and I am going to talk about them later on in the video. Now, what about celebrity, you may be wondering, and what about other cruise lines? Are they going to follow suit? Now, there have been rumors swirling as to what you can and cannot bring, and if other cruise lines are going in this direction as well. Now, I did look at Celebrity's website and I see no change. So I don't have any reason to believe, at least right now, that that is something we have to worry about. If that does happen, I definitely will update you on this. However, I did look at Princess's website because there were some rumors starting that Princess has banned this item. They have not. In fact, according to their website, they clarify electrical devices such as small fans, multi-plug box outlets, adapters, power strips, extension cords without surge protectors are allowed on board when used with proper precaution. Now, they do go on to say, however, if such devices are deemed to be unsafe, that security, of course, does have the right to take them, and they will be returned upon disembarkation. Now, this is pretty important, especially when it comes to those extension cords. Sometimes people do bring extension cords because they are using a CPAP. However, my suggestion is when it comes to using a CPAP, always let the cruise line know, and oftentimes they are going to be able to provide you with an extension cord, or they're going to permit you to bring an extension cord, in which case you already do have that allowance. Now, personally, I don't believe that this means that every other cruise line is going to follow in their footsteps. And to use as an example, in the past, Norwegian Cruise Line banned door decorations, and all the other cruise lines didn't follow suit on that. So I don't think that necessarily will be the case. Now, I know that for many of us, we really do need those additional outlets, or at least those additional ways to charge our devices. So I have some solutions. I also have some thoughts on this in terms of Royal Caribbean and their cabins and the lack of outlets on especially the older ships, but I will share that at the end. So first, in terms of solutions. Now, what you can do is in the cabins, even in the older cabins, most of the time you are going to have a European outlet. So what you can do is bring an international travel adapter, and that's a good little hack that will add an extra outlet. Now, the other thing that you can do, and this is nothing that I've really shared before, I never really thought of it as a hack, but in this case, I think it is. So if you bring a laptop on board, you can use that as a way to charge your phones with your USB cord. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring a fully charged laptop computer, and at that point you can charge your phone probably multiple times, and you can just charge your laptop when you're out during the day. And if you're not comfortable leaving your laptop out during the day, you can charge it overnight when you sleep. Now, what I always do, because oftentimes there isn't going to be a USB outlet next to my bed, and I like to wake up and have my phone next to me. I'm just like that, or even go to bed and be able to look at my phone. So what I do is I charge my phone overnight with a portable charger. Now, the one that I use is the Inui charger, or sometimes I use the Anchor one. I'm going to leave links to my recommended items down in the description below, but my Inui one in particular, that is very fast charging, and it can charge like I think 2 full charges, maybe even more, on 1 full power bank. So I have found this to be the most effective and the most efficient charger. However, beyond this, I bring other portable chargers as well, including the iWalk and another one that has the charger wires in back, and that works for multiple devices. Now, I think for most of us, what we are using those outlets for are really, sometimes we might be using them for some hair tools, etc., and we might need more than one at a time, but most of the time it really is to charge devices. So I think having something with a USB or USB-C, USB-A, that is going to be the most important. So what do I think, and why is Royal Caribbean banning the non-surge protected power bars and power strips? Well, I have not heard from Royal Caribbean, so I don't actually know. However, I can speculate that perhaps because they were having issues at security with some people bringing power strips that are surge protected, maybe with some confusion, that just isn't something that they want to continue to deal with. I must say, out of all cruise lines over the last year or so, I have heard from people saying that when they embarked on Royal Caribbean cruises, that they have had some issues bringing some of the different power bars, even though they were non-surge protected. Most of the time that had to do with the ones that do have that additional extension cord, but nevertheless, I really hadn't heard this from other cruise lines. Now, we do have to keep in mind that security, at the end of the day, they always have the right to decide what is safe and what is not. So perhaps they also don't want to deal with people maybe bringing items on in arguments, and maybe this is just something a little bit easier. Now, of course, this is just speculation, but I do know that as cruisers, we do need to have our items charged. So I can understand the frustration from cruisers. So should cruise lines be providing more outlets in cabins? So I do hope that given this, that Royal Caribbean will update, especially their older cruise ships, to add USB and USB-C outlets to their cabins, and even an additional electric outlet, so that people don't feel like they have to bring all of these different items on a cruise. Now, I do hope that this video helps to clarify just a little bit. Please let me know any questions that you have down in the comments below. And I am going to leave the recommended items that I have, including those portable chargers, down in the description below this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.